Sissonnes are a lot of fun. They're one of my favorite steps. Sissonnes are found in most, if not all, ballets. They are an intermediate step, so if you are just getting started with your exploration of ballet, then I suggest you start with sautes first.
And it just so happens that I have a video for you about that.
Click in the top right corner to see that video. You're watching the Swan Puddle channel. If you like this content, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you can see more of these videos. A Sissonne can be defined as any releve or jump that starts on 2 feet and ends on 1 foot. But in this video, we'll be focusing on a very basic Sissonne. This is the sort of Sissonne that any dancer would think of when they hear the word Sissonne. Sissonnes are divided into 2 categories, Sissonne Ferme and Sissonne Ouverte. Sissonne Ouverte lands with the trailing leg out.
For example, here is Sissonne Ouverte to the front.
Sissonne Ferme still lands on 1 leg, but the trailing leg closes very quickly. In this video, I'll teach you how to do Sissonne Ferme, but if you want to learn how to do Sissonne Ouverte, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it. Like all other ballet steps, Sissonnes can be done with the right or the left foot leading. I'll be demonstrating most of my Sissonnes with the right foot leading, but just switch it around in your mind because you can do it on the left the same way that you would do it on the right. Sissonne Ferme front begins in 5th position. You plie, weight is placed equally on both legs.
Push off the feet with the intention of traveling forward and up, pointing the feet and stretching the knees. The back foot should battement up to 45 degrees behind you. The front foot reaches 10 degrees or so in front of you. Land securely on the front foot in a small plie. Let the back foot come down and close to 5th.
Remember that the back foot closes a ½ second after the front foot lands. Sissonne Ferme back is very much like Sissonne Ferme front. You begin in 5th position, you plie on both legs, distributing your weight evenly between 2 feet.
Push off with the intention to travel up and back, stretching your feet and knees. Your front foot should come up to 45 degrees and the back foot should stay pretty much under your body.
You land securely on your back foot and you bring your front foot in quickly to 5th position. Sissonne Ferme side is a bit more complicated. You begin in 5th position, you plie and push off with the intention of traveling up and to the side.
Stretch the feet and knees as you bring the trailing foot up to 45 degrees and the leading foot to 10 degrees or so. Land on the leading foot and a second later, the trailing foot should close to 5th.
And you may be saying, but Daniel, that wasn't that complicated. But there's more to Sissonne side than that. The complication is apparent when you ask the question, which foot starts in front and which foot ends in front. There are 4 answers to that question. Sissonne over starts with the leading foot in front, and that foot becomes the back foot in the air.
Sissonne under starts with the trailing foot in front, and in the air it switches to become the back foot. Sissonne front, also called Sissonne devant, starts with the trailing foot in front and it stays in front the whole time. Sissonne back begins with the trailing foot behind and it stays behind the whole time.
If you found that hard to understand, you're not alone. I found it very hard at first. Here's a graphic that explains that visually. Although I showed you a medium allegro Sissonne, there are really 3 different sizes of Sissonnes. There's a petit allegro Sissonne, there's a medium allegro Sissonne, and there's a grand allegro Sissonne.
These Sissonnes can be done as petit allegro. This looks like a small step and is done more quickly. Medium allegro, which is done to slower music so you can get more airtime and travel further. And grand allegro. This is a big movement and the legs are often split in the air. This step is done to slow music.
Here are some goals to focus on when you're doing Sissonnes.
Make sure to make the opening of the leg quick. This step must have a lot of energy and vigor. It shouldn't be slow or lazy.
Keep your weight forward and on the balls of your feet, but make sure that when you land your Sissonnes, that your heels do come in contact with the floor. They shouldn't be off the floor when you land your Sissonne. They should be on the floor. In all of the Sissonne directions, make sure that your legs are going in specific directions. So if you're doing a Sissonne back, you want your leg to be right in front of you. A Sissonne side, you want your leg to be right beside you. And Sissonne front, you want your leg to be right behind you. There should be no positions like this or like this where it's pointing to the corners. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and even a little inspiring. If you did, please like the video and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notified about my future videos. Also, leave a comment below if you have any suggestions or like to see a future video.